Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today in this beautiful Saturday, May 23rd. It's good to see everybody. You're probably wondering what in the world has happened with Driving the Line during the week. Well, if you haven't caught the info of us talking about it this week, we're figuring out how to do it during the week. We'll get it. Don't worry about that whatsoever. But the weekends, everything's going to stay the same. So don't worry. We're going to be good. It's good to see everybody. Hope you're doing great. My boy, Big Bobby, said there he is. Hey, buddy. So good to see you, man. Hope you're doing great. Sip. Good morning, detail crew. Sip. So good to see you, man. Big Zach. Good morning, everyone. Zach. Love you, big dog. Good to see you, man. Tizzle. Skeens play from Lambeau. And Logan cooked at the chat before you hopped on. Dude, so in the Discord, last night we had the audio going to where you're literally just talking to everybody, that was in the crew in the Discord. It was awesome, man. We had a great time last night. So if you want to check that out, we'll have a ton of fun with it. So anyway, so good to see you all. Yeah, hope you're doing great. Karen, missed the crew, missed you. Let's go. It's going to be a good day. All right, so let's jump into it here. And Peggy, oh my goodness. Of course, you have a fantastic show for us, AB. Peggy, it is a pleasure to see you this morning. I hope you're doing great. It's going to be a wonderful weekend now. So good to see you, Peggy. I love it. Okay. All right. So let's jump into it. Now, plays from the Discord yesterday. Still got to keep up with it. All right. We go 2 and 3. Big Wayne said, good morning, AB and DTL crew. Wayne, what's up, brother? So good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing great, man. Big Joe, hungover but hurting more from that Spurs loss, man. That was tough, buddy. That was tough. We're going to talk about that series. And what a series it is already. And Joel, good to see you, man. All right. So yesterday, the Discord, our picks, how'd we do? SGA over 1.5 threes. We got that one. He had 2. It was risky, but we got there. Rangers and the Angels over 7.5. We got that. All right. Now, college baseball, man, we got whooped up. We were hitting 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2, right? Florida State loses, which, by the way, what a comeback by Pitt. That was unbelievable. North Carolina won, but again, Southern Miss, UCLA, didn't get that. Nebraska, UC Santa Barbara lost. So tough one there in college baseball, but sorry, baby. Conference tournaments, let's go. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. It's been a minute. All right. Let's jump into the picks. We got a ton to get to. Let's go. All right. Now, NBA tonight. Big game. Game 3. Cavs are at home. Knicks are up 2-0 in the series. What are we going to get? Big Jeff said, morning, AB and crew. Good morning, Jeff. Jeff was in the chat last night in the Discord. It's good to see you, my man. All right, so Donovan Mitchell. Now, we've usually been going James Harden. We can't trust James Harden anymore. Although, the minute that we don't bet him, he's going to go off. But we're going to take Donovan Mitchell. I think down 0-2, Donovan Mitchell's going off tonight. Off. He has to. If you're down, look, this is it. You go down 0-3, I know you're at home, but, you're just setting the timer on that one. So if you're going to get anything from the Cavs, which I'm not saying they haven't played, but the Knicks are just that good. That said, Donovan Mitchell tonight for everything. I'm not saying the Cavs win, but I'm going to roll with that. All right. Tony said, what are you taking, Georgia Tech over Miami? Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, you can't blame me. Yeah, all right, so Georgia Tech taking on Miami. We'll go through all these games. Excuse me. Georgia Tech taking on Miami. They've got a total of 15 out there, by the way. So if you want to get on that, I'm going to take Georgia Tech to win the game. I'm going to pair that with Oregon there against Washington. Minus 125. Georgia. Now, okay, this one's difficult. Georgia playing great, but, buddy, so is Florida. This Florida-Georgia game is going to be fantastic today. I'm going to roll with Georgia on the money line. I'm going to pair that. We've got UCLA and USC, Hoss. This is going to be a game, too. All right, so I'm going to take UCLA on the money line. But right below it, I'm also going to take the over because I think that both of these teams are going to approach this with mashing. They know each other. They're rivals. They get it. They could both win a national championship. Today doesn't define the season. You see what I'm saying? But here we go. It's in the conference tournament. So, man, I'm excited about this game. I'm going to take the over 9.5 in that one. And then the Rangers and the Angels over 8. I'm going to roll with the over 8 here. We played it yesterday. Both teams were hitting as we thought that they would. The weather was set up, and we were talking to the Discord last night. The weather in Major League Baseball today is not great. We're gonna go through all that. You'll see it, but yeah. But you got a couple spots, but you've got some brutal win spots as well. I'm gonna roll with the Rangers and the Angels over 8. Check out Lambeau. He has some awesome looks, and we'll talk about this with the Pirates game, Paul Skeens, and all that. Let's go. Kirk said, hey, Kirk, good to see you, buddy. Weather in Indiana, raining and the 50s. Yeah. So rain from Indiana through like Tennessee, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Philly, New York, like that. Think of that region, and it's rain. You got rain all over the place. Everywhere else is pretty good, but in that, I was going to say corridor. I don't know where that came from, but if you just follow that path, man, you got rain up there today. So something to keep an eye. We'll talk about all of that for sure. Okay, so these are the 5 picks for today. Let's go. All right, let me get the banner up at the bottom. Man, let's talk about NBA first. All right. Big Japan, Stallions money line, UFL. Let's go. I love it. I love it. Thank you for that. Tizzle, all 3 games, USC, UCLA blew up late. Good live spot, potentially. Good look there. And agreed, we get hitting in those games. Austin, the AB corridor. Yes, that's what it is. All right, so what do we have? All right, let me pull up full screen. Sorry. All right. Knicks and the Cavs. Game 3. All right. Game 3, the Knicks are up 2-0. If you are just coming in to the NBA, the Knicks are what the kids call a wagon or a problem. They're really good. They're really good. Now, here's the deal. It's not like Cleveland didn't show up, especially in game 2. Cleveland's playing. The Knicks might just be better. I mean, they're just on fire, man. This team is just playing great. Lambeau, good to see you, big dog. Brunson, Mitchell, 25-plus point parlay, plus 118. Liking Mitchell, 30-plus at plus 132. Beautiful look, man. Yeah, and Lambeau, you had a bunch of good plays. We'll talk about baseball here in a second, too. And that Cardinal game, because we got 2 of those. All right, so Cavs, 2.5-point favorites, total of 214.5. Okay, so the Cavs are favored here. So let's look at this from a couple. Let's just let's break this brick down. Number one, if you are somebody saying, yeah, the Cavs need to win this game, I don't really care because the Knicks are doing their thing. I get it. And especially late, right? Like the Cavs were up in game 2 again. The Knicks just keep coming back, man. But it's not like the Cavs aren't playing. So anyway, so I'm big on Donovan Mitchell threes tonight. I'm big on Donovan Mitchell everything tonight. Let's take a look at player props here. Points, Donovan Mitchell, 27.5, right at his average, 27.5 per game this season. Jalen Brunson, 27.5. Look, and there's the deal. We haven't even started on the Knicks player props, right? Jalen Brunson is just a tear. The problem is that he does everything well. It's hard to pin him down on one player prop because the guy's just involved in everything. James Harden, 18.5 points. Cat, 17.5. Mobley, 15.5. OG, 14.5. Mikal Bridges, 13.5. Josh Hart, 12.5. So those are points. Let's take a look at threes. Donovan Mitchell over 3.5 plus 129. Look, he averages 3.1 a game. We're going to need an extra one, but I think we're going to get out of Mitchell. I mean, there's just no reason not to fire constantly tonight, man. You know what I mean? Brunson threes over 2.5 minus 122. He averages 2.5 per game. James Harden, I want to go to it, but man, Harden, it'll let you down. 2.5 plus 120. OG 2.5 plus 136. Max Strus 1.5. It's not playable. Josh Hart, you can see it right there. Karl Anthony Towns 1.5 plus 115 there at the bottom. That might not be a bad look. Might not be a bad look, my friends. Kirk said. OG over 19.5 points and rebounds minus 125. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. I like it. What I also like, man, is hitting home runs. Let's go. Oh, that music sounded great. All right. Jordan Walker of the Cardinals. Okay. So they play a doubleheader today. You're going to get Jordan Walker plus 330 to hit home run in game one, plus 330 roughly to hit home run in game two. I'm going with game two in this one. Okay. We'll talk about the weather. Seriously, you're going to have two completely different weather games today in these. Completely different. The first one, going to be a little difficult. Second one opens up. So Jordan Walker, the Cardinals, in game two, plus 330. Now watch. Obviously, he's going to hit one in game one now, right? Shea Bangaliers of the A's, plus 335. He's in a great spot today. Mike Trout pictured there, plus 385. Great weather conditions here. Munetaka Murakami, same deal. White Sox are in a good spot, plus 390. And O'Neal Cruz of the Pirates, they're in a spot as well, plus 425. So where are you going today? Matty I said, good morning, gang. Good morning, big dog. Good to see you, man. Where are we going? Ooh, all right. I think I'm going Mike Trout. I want to go Langoliers, though. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm going Bangaliers. All right, because I want to open it up for Mike Trout. I think Trout's going to go yard today. So if anybody's big on Trout, let it rip. I'm going to go Shea Langoliers. Let's double this thing up. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot here for sure. Tizzle, Bangaliers. Yeah, let's go, man. Peggy, Shea Langoliers. I'm with you 100%. Tony, like Mike Trout today? Yeah, Mike Trout's in a great spot. Great spot. Kirk, big on Trout. Let's go. Whale, good morning, crew. Do small things are great love. Whale, so good to see you, buddy. And absolutely, I love that. All right, so I'm going Shea Langoliers, plus 335. It's in a great spot today. But if you're going Mike Trout, we'll talk. I'll show you in a second. Good one. Murakami, great one. The White Sox could match today. And O'Neal Cruz, plus 425 is a good spot here. All right, so hot batter matchups, RotoWire, give them some love. Not a huge list today. Adley Rutschman of the Orioles, he has a home run off Framber Valdez. Villar Abreu, he has one off Taj Bradley. Ezekiel Tovar, he has one off Zach Gallen. And that's it in terms of historicals. Taylor Ward against Framber Valdez, he's hitting 484 historically. Pete Alonso hitting 400. There you go. The Orioles, they might get on Framber there. Michael Harris of the Braves, he's hitting 350 off Jake Irvin. Duran hit 308. And Bobby Witt hit 417 off George Kirby. So there you go. Not a ton of home runs in terms of historicals. Player props in terms of, let me pull the banner down for a second. Major League Baseball hitting the last 7 days. If you're looking for player props, these are your top 10 hitters in Major League Baseball over the last week. Juan Soto of the Mets, 4 home runs his last 7 games. Shohei Ohtani's got 1 in his last 6, hitting 500 over the last 7 days. Ketel Marte, and yeah, like, important thing, this is not just about home runs. I mean, Shohei Ohtani has 10 RBIs in his last 6 games. So, yeah, you could use this for all kinds of player props. Ketel Marte has 2 home runs in his last 6 games. C.J. Abrams, 2 his last 7. Bo Bichette of the Mets, 3 of his last 7. Junior Caminero, 2 of his last 6. Brian Rocio, that's a tough one. 1 home run in his last 7 games. Sal Stewart of the Reds, look at him, 2 in his last 5. Yandy Diaz of the Rays, 2 in his last 5. Jake Berger of the Rangers, 2 in his last 5. Sal Stewart is hitting 529 over his last 5 games. So if you're looking for player props, these are your dudes right here. All right, so let's jump into Major League Baseball. I'm telling you, we got some weird games, man. Some weird spots. Okay, so Cardinals and the Reds. All right, they've got a doubleheader today. Addison, what is up? What's up, Addison? So good to see you, big dog. All right. So we have 2 of these today. Now, game 1, let's take a look at the weather. Blowing right to left, 10 miles an hour, 72 degrees, 84% humidity. Now, this is not bad, I'm telling you, right? So if you want to go Jordan Walker in game 1, if you want to go, I don't know about Ellie De La Cruz, maybe. It's not bad, but the weather in game 2 is better. You could get rain. You could just get mixtures of that today. So be careful in game 1 here. You got a total of 9.5, though. Palante on the mound versus Chris Paddock. Cardinals could mash on Paddock, man. So keep an eye there. That total opened at 11, by the way, and it's dropped down to 9.5. So keep an eye on that one. Let me get the banners back up with the picks. All right, Astros and the Cubs, total of 7.5. Kaiwei Tang, Colin Ray. Wind blowing in at Wrigley Field, 9 miles an hour, 57 degrees, 83% humidity. Lambeau. Cards team total over 4.5 in game one. Yeah, so going back to this real quick, Lambeau was breaking this down in the Discord last night and doing a great job. Yeah, Cardinals all over Chris Paddock. They could do it. No doubt, man. That's a good look, brother. Shoot, I'm in. Let me star that. I'm in. Let's go. Got it. Okay. All right, so that's game two. Pirates and the Blue Jays, another one that we were talking about in the Discord last night. All right, Paul Skeens, Patrick Corbin. Total 7.5. Now we don't have to worry about weather, but Big Paul said, welcome back, AB. Paul, I appreciate you, big dog. So good to be back, man. It's so good to see you. Hope you're having a good day, good weekend, man. So good to see you, Paul. Appreciate you. Yeah, I wish we had weather in this. 26 miles an hour in Toronto. Tons of it, but, well, not really a concern. That said, though, I think that O'Neal Cruz off Patrick Corbin could be in a good spot. So if you want to look there, Brandon Lowe, maybe even Marcel as well. Keep an eye on the Pirates. Now, Paul Skeens, okay? We were breaking this down last night. Pirates, they were minus 149 last night, minus 156 now on the money line. Hasn't moved too terribly much. Paul Skeens to get a win could be a good look in this game if you want to. I'm with the Pirates in this game. Minus 156, definitely playable, but if you wanted to pair that with something. But if you wanted to go with Paul Skeens to get the win, man, it's probably what, plus 125? Pirates of the Phillies, first five money line, plus 123. Banking on Skeens, Wheeler doing their thing. Good look. Pirates, Phillies, first five money line parlay, plus 123. That's a good look right there. Tony, what's the nerfy in this game? Good look on that as well. All right, Guardians and the Phillies, another one Lambeau was just talking about. So Zach Wheeler on the mound for Philly, Slade Ciccone on the mound for Cleveland. Total of 7 in this one. All right, we're in Philly. We were talking about the weather. Let me pull it up full screen. All right, it's blowing in 13 miles an hour, 53 degrees, 74% humidity. So to be honest with you, you've got a chance that this game could get rained out. That said, though, I'm with Lambeau on this. Now, nothing against the Guardians, but in a game where the wind's blowing in and it could be rainy, I think I'll roll with Zach Wheeler. You got a total of 7. Be careful with that wind. It's real. That Philly game might get rained out. We'll see. All right, White Sox and the Giants. Total of 8.5. Eric Fede, Adrian Hauser on the mound. Decent pitching matchup here. 10 miles an hour blowing out to Oracle Park. 61 degrees, 80% humidity. Terrific hitting day. Terrific hitting day here. If you want to get on Murakami of the White Sox, go ahead. And not like he's the only one either. But you're in a good spot. Giants could match too. Now, it's not the easiest part, excuse me, to get home runs out, but you can get some runs, man. Tigers and the Orioles, total of 7.5. So the Orioles have a ton of hitters with good historicals off Framber Valdez. But Valdez is a beast. Brandon Young on the mound for Baltimore. Okay, so take a look again at the weather here. 17 miles an hour blowing in. 56 degrees, 96% humidity. 96% humidity. Why does that matter? Let's see if we can get this up. Every 10% increase in humidity, about 55% results in roughly an additional 10 to 15 feet of carry of the baseball. Okay. So an additional 55 feet. The problem is that the wind is blowing, well, not directly in, but it's 17 miles an hour in, and it's going to be raining. So be careful with this game. There's a good chance that this one could get rained out as well. Nationals and the Braves, total of 8.5. It's going to be raining in Atlanta. It's raining a lot of spots, especially the East. 5 miles an hour blown in, 78 degrees, 79% humidity. Nationals have been hitting. Yeah. Just watch out for the rain, man. Mariners and the Royals, total of 8.5. Kaufman blowing in 5.8 miles per hour, 76 degrees, 50% humidity. George Kirby, Stephen Kolek on the mound. Sorry, I needed a drink. This feels like an under to me. Wind blowing right to left in. Yeah. Mets and the Marlins, total of 8. Mets have been on fire. Marlins have too, though. Minus 115 on the money line for the Marlins. You don't have to worry about weather in this one. Freddie Peralta, Max Baer on the mound. I bet this is a fun game. I bet you're going to get runs. Twins and the Red Sox, total of 8. Taj Bradley, Giovanni Moran. Fenway, it's blowing in, man. 9 miles an hour. Right-handed pull or left-handed pull hitter is going to be really difficult. Really difficult. Dodgers and the Brewers, total of 9. This could be a fun game. Dodgers minus 122. Roki Sasaki, Robert Gassa on the mound. Milwaukee. Yeah, man. Solid day. Like, you don't have to really worry about weather or anything. But what are you going to get in this game? What are you going to get here? Total of 9? There's a lot of high total today, and I don't know if they're coming in. 9? Yeah, 9. All right, game 2, Cardinals and the Reds. Kyle Lee and Chase Petty on the mound. Total of 9.5. Now, so this is what I was saying. The weather, 6 miles an hour blowing out, baby. 76 degrees, 69% humidity. Tizzle, Bob Gasser is such a pitcher's name. I swear. Bob Gasser, I could break Bob Gasser down right now, okay? High school baseball, okay? You're practicing on a field, middle of the summer. It's hot, all right? Field hasn't been dug in a while. Bob Gasser's your pitching coach, and this dude is not taking it easy on any of the kids. He's throwing gas as BP, and you got to deal with it. Drives an old Ford Ranger pickup truck. Man, I'm telling you, Bob Gasser is the most pitching coach dude of all time. Also, side note, if you 2 coaches in sports that you do not want to have to deal with, all right, an offensive defensive line coach and a pitching coach, they will wear you out. Wear you out. Pitching coaches are not to be messed with. You don't even talk to them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man, I love it. Well, that Southern Miss comeback yesterday at 5 probably needed that. Big, dude. Southern Miss, man. We were talking about this in the Discord last night. We'll get to college baseball in a second. Southern Miss, man, they are – every game is going to be like a one-run game, and they just keep doing it over and over and over. And 5U to play. That's awesome too, man. Love to see it. Kirk, running gassers in high school basketball brings me back. Yes, it does. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Yes. Addison, a bucket of balls in the back for sure. Oh, no doubt. All right, no doubt. That Ford Ranger's got a bucket of balls and the L screen. I'm telling you, I can see this coach. I can see him. I love pitching coaches, man. They're the dudes. Athletics, like if you ever want to meet like the alpha of the coaching staff, dude, it's a pitching coach. They don't put up with anything. A's and the Padres, total of 8. JT Ginn, Lucas Giolito. All right, good matchup here, man. It's going to be a fun game. All right, so Shea Langoliers, I'm all over it here. Home run today, good spot. Petco Park, 9 miles an hour blowing left to right. Sorry, I know that my screen is reversed, so that just totally messed it up. 65 degrees, humidity 78%. Good hitting conditions here, man. I mean, the pitching matchup's solid, but yeah. Tizzle, I played the over. I think JT Ginn struggles a bit. Could, and it's a good hitting spot, right? Against a really potent lineup, no doubt. I like the over. I think you can get runs here too. Kirk, Kurtz walk and 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs. Nick Kurtz of the A's right there. Man, that dude can mash. Kurtz is awesome. All right. I think that's Major League Baseball. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the game that we're on. All right, Rangers and the Angels, total of 8. Nathan Eovaldi, Valbert Urena on the mound. Rangers minus 142 on the money line. So the Rangers are hitting right now. Angels are hitting too. We had a really nice game, got the over on that one last night, and I think we're going to get something similar. Now, I don't know if we're getting 15 runs in this game, but look at the weather. Angel Stadium, it's great, man. 9 miles an hour, 66 degrees, 75% humidity. Solid day. I love the over in this game. I think you're going to get both teams attacking at the plate. You've got weather in your favor. It's a really good spot. Jinxie, he's back. Jinxie, good to see you, big dog. Matty Ice. The D-backs -1. Let's talk about that. Rockies and the D-backs right here. All right, so you take the D-backs -1. Backs -185 on the money line. Total of 9. Michael Lorenzen, Zach Gallen. I'm with you on the D-backs. I'm right there with you, buddy. I feel it. Now, you don't have to worry about weather in this game, but I'm with you, man. I think the Diamondbacks can definitely get to Lorenzen. I don't know what you're going to get from the Rockies in regards to run production off of Zach Gallen, but we will see. But I'm with you on the Diamondbacks. Jesse, morning, AB. Good to see your face. Oh, my goodness. Jesse, so good to see you. I hope you're doing great. Absolutely. Sports Info King, late in the show. Wasn't sure there would be one. Hell yeah. Let's go. Love you, AB. We'll always stick with you. One love, one crew. Hey, this is my guy right here, 100%. Hey, love you to death, my boy. Love you. I love all y'all, man. It's so good to be back. Look, I promise we'll figure out during the week. Just hang tight with me. I know it's frustrating right now, but we'll get that for sure. The weekends, we'll absolutely be doing, like, details not going away. We just have to figure out during the week, right? And it's tough with timing because you just don't get odds on everything. But we'll figure it out. Now, in this game, figuring it out, I think I'm with Matty Ice, man. I think I'm with the Diamondbacks here. I'll be at the Hoover Met. I'll be Auburn's first appearance in the semifinals since 2003. Let's talk about that right now. All right. I want to talk about college baseball. Aubie, so good to see you. And that's going to be awesome, man, down there. All right. So home runs again. Jordan Walker. I'm looking at it for game 2. But again, if you want to play him in game 1, do your thing. The weather's just a little bit better there. Shea Langoliers, that's who I'm rolling with, plus 335 with the A's. Mike Trout, for anybody that's on him. I saw he's popular in the chat, pictured there. Trouty might get him one today. Murakami might get him one today. And O'Neill Cruz might blast a couple. So you're in good spots. I'm going to go with Shea Langoliers. Going to be a go. What Karen said, War Eagle, let's go. Down there on the plains, beautiful Auburn, Alabama. I love it. Tony, AB, when don't you want to talk college baseball? Agreed. Let's jump into it. I think we got it right here. All right, so here we go. Semifinals, baby. What are we going to do? Hey, and I saw a question about Texas State, Louisiana Lafayette in the chat. I apologize. I didn't get it up on the screen, but we're going to talk about that. I got you for sure. All right, Troy, South Alabama. And we have totals here too. Total 12.5. I don't have a play on this one. You're going to get a great baseball game. Troy could do this. -125 might be a look, but that's going to be a tight game. East Carolina, UTSA. Roadrunners, baby. Texas San Antonio. Total of 13 here. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I roll with UTSA. -120. If you're going with them, you don't have – look, that's the nice part too. All right, so we're getting to the point where we're not going to have to be parlaying everything. Oh, it's nice. You know what I mean? Now, it's still going to be there. It's always going to be there. But we're getting closer to it to where we could just play teams straight up. We can start getting team totals. Also, when regionals get – so, okay, here, let me break this down real quick. So, we have today, Selection Sundays tomorrow. We have semifinals and conference baseball tournaments today. We'll have finals and conference baseball tournaments tomorrow. We'll have Selection Sunday tomorrow. So what we're going to find out, all right, are all 64 teams that get in the postseason. That's how it works. I'll break down all of it, but just think of it like college basketball. All right, it's a bracket. It's everything, except the bracket inside is done a little differently. But still, 64 teams, and it'll lay out the path of teams that are going to have to go through the regionals, super regionals, Omaha. All right, so regionals, the way that it works is you're going to get 4 teams at a host site. Okay, so the top 16 seeds in the country are going to host a regional. Okay, so they will have them and 3 other teams that will play at their home park, whoever's hosting it. So these are home games on college, parks. UTSA is already up. Let's go. Yes, sir. Roadrunners wasting no time, baby. So we'll be able to bet like who wins a regional when super regionals get here. All right, it's 2 teams in a best of 3. We'll be able to bet on who wins the series. You could bet on over under 2.5 games. Essentially, is the super regional going to get swept? All of that. So it's going to open up so many more ways to bet college baseball once we get through essentially tomorrow. Like once we get to the regionals, it's on, baby. So everybody who's like, man, I hate playing these parlays all the time. I feel you. I feel you. And you know what? You're about to be out of it. So UTSA, there we go. Looking good, boys. Meet, meet. Yes, sir. Joe, let's go. I love it. All right. Louisiana, Texas State. So this was brought up in the chat. Okay, number one, this is going to be a great baseball game. I'm going Louisiana. Them boys are playing their tails off, man. They are showing up over and over and over. Minus 125 on the money line. Boy, them bats are hot. Dallas Baptist, Jacksonville State. I don't have anything on this one. Yeah, well, Louisiana, 100%, man. This team is playing their tails off. Like what they've done against Coastal alone, this team's feeling it, man. DBU, Jacksonville State, I don't have anything on that one. Washington and Oregon. So we're on Oregon here. Minus 330. Addison, I got to run. Talk to you later. F1 and NHL in the Discord coming up. Beautiful. Hey, and Addison, so good to see you, man. Appreciate you. Huge. Have a great weekend, big dog. So good to see you, buddy. Well, Jacksonville State by 5+. You feeling it? There we go. Minus 160 on the money line. All right. Washington and Oregon. So Washington playing good ball. Oregon, you know what you got to do. All right. You got that regional locked up. All right. You're solid. Oregon, you're hosting. But let's get to the championship game. You know what I mean? You're going to face what? UCLA, USC? One of those? Yeah. Let's get to the championship game. Yeah, we're going to play with Oregon here on the money line. We've got him paired with Georgia Tech. Jinxie, Skylar Diggins, WNBA, over 15.5. And that's Chicago, right? Diggins. Man, autocorrect gets us. I feel you. Tizzle, Ducks cover. You feel it? 2.5 runs? Yeah. Tony, I'd play the over in Miami, Georgia Tech. I can't bet Georgia Tech. Hey, we'll talk about that. Look at this. Total of 15. 15. Georgia Tech, minus 270 on the money line. Both these teams playing solid. Georgia Tech, you already know what they're doing. And here's the other thing, too. They are in complete don't give a what mode. And that's a problem. Just like UCLA. I feel Tony on this, on the over. Now, 15, it's a big number. It's a big number. All right. You see me going with Georgia Tech. But I think Georgia Tech's going to approach this of, we're fine, but we'd like to go ahead and collect some hardware, too. We already won the conference of the regular season. Let's go ahead and scoop it up here, too. And I think they're just going to rake. I think they're going to get up to the plate and just mash. So we'll see. I'm going to roll with Georgia Tech, though. Feeling it. All right, Winthrop and Longwood, total of 13. Nothing on that. UIC, Murray State, nothing on that. That'd be a good game, though. New Mexico Air Force, nothing there. 15.5. You're on the launch pad. Well, you're not in the launch pad. This is BYU, but still. Air Force will give up some runs, too. High Point, USC Upstate, total of 13.5. High Point minus 140 might not be a bad look. You could play that solo. Florida, Georgia, 12.5. Standard market fare total. It's going to be a war right here. All right. Georgia minus 160 on the money line. Florida. I'm fascinated with what Florida does on the mound today. I'm fascinated with where these runs go. Because if you get a Georgia game, Georgia's going to want to mash. But to be honest with you, Georgia is winning tight games too. This Georgia team is very, very good. But Florida's playing with a boatload of confidence right now. And remember the last 2 years, Florida's done this. Sullivan, their head coach, manager, whichever term you prefer for baseball. This guy wins games in May and June. So we're on Georgia, but Florida's playing great baseball, man. I do not want to fade Florida at one bit. Tony, 7-6 gets us there. Yeah, the total might be the way, right? 13 runs gets, yeah. Wichita State, UAB, this will be a great game, too. Minus 115 on both sides. That's straight up. Tizzle, Georgia Tech's up to 16. Yeah, I bet. Everybody's waking up going, yeah. Plus, remember this, too. Some of these teams have been playing since Tuesday, Wednesday. They're going to be out of pitching. Also, you know what you don't want to do? Real quick, we'll get back to the games. You know what you don't want to do if you're Georgia Tech and UCLA or some of these others? It's Saturday. You're going to be hosting a regional on this coming Friday. Okay? You do not want to mess up your pitching rotation. Who cares about these games? You know what I mean? Like, get your pitching rotation. You're not out of burning, gassing guys that we're going to need on Friday. You know what I mean? We're not burning it on this Saturday, right? So every team's going to be different in terms of when they started playing in the conference tournament. Some of them, started on Tuesday. Some of them just started. So, but again, that's another thing to factor in is that, if you're a team like Georgia Tech or UCLA and you're coming into Saturday saying, all right, we've got our Friday guys set up. We're already good to go. We need our Saturday guy set up. We don't need to mess around. Now, you could throw your Saturday guy today, right? Probably not going to want to throw, you're not going to gas him for 90. You know what I mean? You're not going to want to do that. But you are going to want your standard rotation. So if you've got it set up to where Georgia Tech, Mississippi State, teams like that, if they're coming in and they've got their Friday guy went last night, Saturday guy is going today, and if they play tomorrow, their Sunday guy, they've got their rotation set up perfect. But it's not easy to do that. It sounds stupid, I know, but it's tough sometimes to get it lined up when you're thinking about, hey, we really need to get a win today, because some teams do, a lot of teams don't. Yeah, just a lot to think about. So, all right, let's get back to the games. Enough of my ugly mug yapping. All right, Liberty, Missouri State, total of 14.5. Liberty minus 130 on the money line. Missouri State might not be a bad play here at plus 100. North Carolina and Pittsburgh. Okay. So North Carolina is a problem. This team is so good. They can pitch better than you. They can hit better. You know what I mean? Like the North Carolina is a serious problem. They are very, and I say that positively, they're very good. Pitt playing its tails off. That comeback they had against Florida State was awesome. But I'm with Lambeau here. Pitt has to be gassed now, right? I think so. I like North Carolina. Now, again, Pittsburgh, watch out, because they're playing for something very real. North Carolina doesn't have anything to play for. They're hosting a regional. That's already set in stone. They're already going to be selling tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's already there. But, yeah, we'll see, man. Bibbo. Good morning, DTL. Good morning, Bibbo. So good to see you, big dog. But, look, Pitt does have to be gassed. And North Carolina could put it all over them today. I don't know about the total, but I do like North Carolina. UCLA, USC. All right, so we're on this game a couple ways. Number one, we're on the total, over 9.5. UCLA is another team. They don't have to worry about anything. Okay, none of this matters. Now, I'm not saying it matters in terms of winning a conference tournament, respect, all that. I'm not saying that doesn't matter, of course. But just from the postseason standpoint, I mean, UCLA is the number one team in the country and has been. They ain't worried about it. But you've got a rivalry here. And USC is playing great. So I'm gonna roll with UCLA on the money line, because UCLA is most dangerous when they don't care. And that plays into number two. USC can absolutely win this game. Would not surprise me at all. But they're going to have to score runs to do it. You know what I mean? And I think that they will. USC is not afraid of rolling right up to UCLA and saying, all right, let's go. You want to fight? They're not scared of it at one bit. They won it. So I think we're going to get runs in this one. So I'm going to roll the UCLA in the money line. But I'm going to roll the over 9.5 there too. Tony, UCLA and Oregon minus 115. There you go. I was kicking myself yesterday too. I was talking about this in the Discord. I wanted that USC over Michigan State so bad, and I didn't pull the trigger, and I wanted it, and they win 7-0. Just domination, right? UC San Diego, UC Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara. I don't know what to do with these boys. They just do not score enough runs, man. We love them. Go Gauchos. Forever. We'll always rep them. But them boys got to get them runs up, man. AB, Georgia's total is 11.5, minus 115 for the over. Really? How you going to get runs? San Francisco, St. Mary's, I don't have anything there. Southern Illinois, Indiana State. Sycamores, nothing there. Arkansas and Auburn. Okay. Now, you want to talk about two teams that are playing phenomenal baseball. Both of them. All right, total of 12. Auburn minus 175 on the money line. Arkansas is they could host a regional. Auburn, set in stone. You can go ahead and sell tickets to the Auburn regional. That's happening. But Auburn doesn't take games off. They're tough. They're mentally tough. Yeah, I'm with you. Here's an absolute war. A war. It is going to be fantastic pitching. I don't know what you're going to get in runs. I could see this being low. I could see it being high too. I know that I just sounded dumb saying that, but wait, what happened? Jeff, somebody threatened you in the chat? What happened? Ain't gonna be having that. Okay. Hey, remember, for 27 months, all extraordinary accomplishments began by overcoming a series of challenges that discourage and tempt us to quit. AB ain't got no quit. None of us do. None of us do. That's what I love about this crew, is that we all come at it together. Hey, yeah. Who threw something at my man Jeff? We ain't doing that. Kirk, Auburn totals 11.5. Man, what do we do there? Oh, okay, Jeff. Last night. Okay, perfect. All right, nice. Thank you. And Zach, thank you. Yeah. I was going to say, I didn't see anybody in the chat doing anything. I mean, we were going to course correct it. But I was like, who's doing it right here? Okay, that makes sense. All right. Thank you, Zach. Nice job. Jeff, sorry you had to deal with that. All right, so Arkansas and Auburn, man. This is really going to be a fight. I could see this being low. Yeah, the total went down to 11.5. I could see that. I could see it being low scoring. Arkansas needs it. But they also might be tired. They're going to have to do it with runs. It's the only way. They're going to have to score 8 runs. Now, I'm not saying that Auburn's going to just come out and mash on Arkansas. But what I'm saying is that you're going to have to get to Auburn. And I don't know. I think I roll the under. I think my play is the under. It's difficult to pick a winner. It's very hard. I think I roll the under. Man, that's going to be a fun game. 3:00 Central today. Aubie, you're going to be there? I love it. Jeff, I had a dozen people come to bail me out. Thanks, guys. There we go. That's what I was going to say. That's the crew right there. I love it. He said, Wimby's better than Jordan. I mean, we all love Wimby. No. The Wimby's a monster, though. He's a problem. I love looking at the NBA players that are huge, and they're looking around like, what? What do we do with this? Wimby's awesome. All right, Washington State, San Diego State, total of 13. That feels like risk. Kansas and West Virginia. Oh, this is going to be a game too. Oh, this is going to be a good one. All right, total of 13. Okay. Both playing good ball. Both playing good regional ball right now. Where do you go? West Virginia minus 166 on the money line. All right, so Kansas is good to go. Them boys are set up. You can sell them tickets to the regional. Kansas is good. West Virginia, I mean, they're in the tournament. But hey, every win matters. You think we get a lot of runs in this one, or do you think we get a tight game? Because the last thing you want to do is like blow up your bullpens and burn starting pitchers. You got to be thinking ahead, even though, I mean, you definitely want to win the game. I think I go Kansas in this. Weirdly, Lambeau, West Virginia bats have been kind of quiet. They won with their pitching at this point in the conference tournament. Might break loose tonight. This game is tough because I want to go Kansas, but I don't know. Again, I don't want to throw out that, like, you know, Kansas has no motivation. No, man, them boys play. They show up and play. But West Virginia's, they might be playing at it a little more. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a shot at Kansas. It's just West Virginia might have a lot of motivation today to go out and get the job done. I think I lean more to the under, though. I think I do. It's going to be tight, though. And that's it. All right. There we go. All right. Let me get the picks back up on the screen, and we'll bounce out of here. All right. 53 minutes. Man, that felt good. Gosh, I miss you guys. I promise we'll get the week, the middle of the week set up. Like, we'll get it. Hang tight with me, I promise. We'll get it. All right, let me get the banner down. And we'll be live tomorrow, normal time, all that. And trust me, let me also say this too. With college baseball, we'll be set. We won't have anything during the week. So for this week, we'll be okay. It'll just be Major League Baseball. And I think that we can figure this out. We could figure it out during the week, and we'll get it for sure. But the most important thing is me, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for just hanging tough with me. I appreciate that. I know it's chaotic, and I know it's frustrating, very frustrating. I get it, and I promise we'll get it. We'll get it organized again. I assure you. All right. So, okay, wait, those are the picks from yesterday. All right. Here we go. Donovan Mitchell over 3.5 threes plus 130. Georgia Tech money line, Oregon money line minus 125. Georgia money line, UCLA money line plus 135. UCLA USC over 9.5 minus 115. And then the Rangers and the Angels over 8 at minus 115 as well. Beautiful. All right. It's going to be a great, great Saturday. Everybody have a wonderful one. We'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, normal time. Jump in the Discord. We had a ton of fun last night. Going to be in there today, too. We'll be talking ball, having a blast. So everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I'm so incredibly thankful for each and every one of you. Again, thank you for hanging tight with me through this. I really appreciate it. And I'll make it up to you. I promise you. All right. So everybody have a wonderful Saturday. It's going to be a great day. Let's do it together and cash these tickets. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Who's got it better?